You know what I do want to ask you about, Stuart? I've really been thinking about this. That the new kind of recruitment ad for the military that has Donald Trump talking about how they'll fear us, and it ends with join war.gov. Have you seen that thing?
I have, yeah. This is the stuff of, like when I was a kid, we would play Army.
Yeah,
I mean, this is just some sort of fever dream fantasy by Donald Trump, who comes from a long line of draft dodgers, whose
yeah,
family, no one in his family's ever served in the military in any country, Germany or America. Uh, Pete Hegseth, who his own National Guard unit thought he was so dangerous they wouldn't let him serve in Washington after the insurrection. Town drunk, he has all kinds of insecurity problems. Generally, like there's a reason NBA centers don't talk about how tall they are. There's a reason that like truly masculine guys don't talk around masculinity because it's sort of obvious. You don't need to. I don't know how many people. Who are they attracting?
that's what I say. You got this. Who would? Yeah. Send me wherever you want. I mean, because God knows what's next. Cuba, I don't know. But the thing is, it's just so, I don't know.
Childish.
Yeah, it really is. And then to end it with the war.gov logo and join the war.gov. Is that what we are now? Of course, in Iran.
We've destroyed so many truly, truly powerful levers of soft power that we had,
absolutely.
From our efforts
Well,
being a world. I mean, who's leader of the free world now? No one would say Donald Trump.
No, but we've tried to bomb people into the negotiating table before. Yeah. I mean, many, many, many times. It's never worked. And so now that's what we're,
Well, it's not, I mean, it didn't work when the Germans tried it, the Blitz. Yeah. It didn't work when the Allies firebombed Dresden. There's something, it's like, who was it? McChrystal, I think, said after the initial bombing in Iran, he goes, talking about the leader whose family had been killed, who himself was wounded. He goes, I don't know, guys, like if you just kill my wife, my father, my brother, my sister, probably my kids, and then you say, look, we want to talk to you. That's not like my major instinct is not to say, yeah, let's sit down and talk. Yeah, sure. I don't think so. And it's so reckless. And
well, look,
this is what the Republican Party did. It's not Donald Trump. This is what they all did. They put this idiot in power. They let him be there. They know he's an idiot. And this is a generational crisis that we're suffering.
It's amazing. Alex and I were out. We're in 6 focus groups, 2 MAGA groups, 2 groups of Republicans who don't consider themselves MAGA, 2 groups of independents who lean Republican. And it was astonishing how little energy there was for Trump. I mean, the MAGA folks were still like, what do you think about the war? Oh, the president's doing the best he can. If only the Democrats would get out of the way. But it was like that. It wasn't like there was no magic anymore. It was kind of stunning. I mean, it was very reaffirming that I think that there's going to be a turnout problem, a lack of energy on to come out and vote for these MAGA members of the House and Senate. There just doesn't seem to be, and they complained about the gas prices and everything, and a lot of them still talked about, well, he's just doing his best on the economy that Biden handed him. That, I mean, they were. That's the interest. They were not spouting the same lines, like spouting them. They were just sort of looking at their shoes, and it was really interesting. And then once you got to non-MAGA people and independents, it was the hell with this. So I just think everything we're talking about today. I mean, the running out of weapon, the whole thing, the war seemingly, now definitely being in an escalation trap and continuing to escalate and get worse. I just don't see. Unfortunately, as you know, he gets more dangerous every day.
Yeah,
the more it looks like.
This is the sad. Today's the best day of the Trump presidency. Tomorrow will be worse.
Yeah.
All right, man. Listen, let's wrap it up. Are you? One last question. How are you feeling about Maine? You think that they're going to come out of by this time next week? They should have a nominee. Is that correct?
Yeah, they'll have a nominee. I don't know who. I still don't know if it's going to be who everybody thinks is going to be the nominee. But I mean, because we don't. One of the things still is was everybody vetted? All these people ran and that are up ran for governor or something, but. We'll see if anything, changes in the next week or two. But no, I'm not worried about Maine either. I really wasn't ever worried that much about it. I mean, once Plattner got it, this isn't Biden-Harris, kind of like you don't have enough time. These people were all running for governor this entire year. And so they had their ads up. People know what their bios are. It's not the same thing at all. So I'm not. No, I think we'll see who gets it. There's obviously a front runner now, but we'll see if Jackson how that plays out. But yeah, no. I think Susan Collins wishes she was running against Plattner, and not whoever gets.
Really, that's a really good point.